Welcome back to Triple Threat Pro Wrestling Podcast. It's more like a one-on-one now, but
It's a
I'm
singles
lucky.
match.
It's a singles match. I'm lucky. Joined by MVP. Follow all the links to all of our pages in the description box below. The desktop is down here, but the webcam's up here, so you'll be seeing me do this a lot. I'll just be saying yes the whole time. But Summerslam recap, we got to get right into it. And then we also got top 5 factions tonight. So top 5 factions of all time. This should be a good one. We're going to duplicate so many of each other's, but that's okay. So, MVP, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Rough couple weeks ago, my air conditioner went out.
Oh,
So I was like half a week without air conditioning. I had to sleep on the couch. Fan blasted in my face.
that's the first time I heard of a guy having to sleep on the couch and he wasn't in trouble with a girl. But yeah, no. So we didn't get to watch SummerSlam live because
Nope.
we were together. We were at the state fair in Wisconsin, doing what Wisconsin people do: cheese curds and beer, and we were all set. So I did end up watching what I could when I got home. I missed a couple, so maybe you'll carry me through on the couple matches I missed. But overall, I thought it was a pretty good pay-per-view from what I saw.
Absolutely.
I'm going to foreshadow. I have thoughts about the main event. We're going to get to it because
Yeah.
that's my jam.
Yeah.
We'll get into it.
That's your jam.
So, match number 1, you have Logan Paul versus Ricochet. I didn't see that match.
I did. So Logan Paul actually wanted to go on very early so he can hop on a flight and walk his brother to the ring in the Diaz fight.
Isn't that crazy?
Which he did show up on in his wrestling gear. Like, he even had his wrist taped.
Yeah.
So it's
He
like,
was ready to brawl himself.
Yeah. He's like, I'm done beating Ricochet. Spoiler, he beat Ricochet.
Yeah.
Looks like he just hopped in a car, went straight to the airport, and flew to where they fight? Arizona? So Detroit to Arizona?
Yep.
And then, yeah, he's still in his wrestling gear. It's pretty cool. So, any Ricochet match a spot fest.
Yeah, and from what I read online from some people reviewing is that this just extends the streak of good matches from Logan Paul. Like, he can go, he can do it. I mean,
or is it his opponent?
Yeah, that could be it too.
Takes two to tango, and Ricochet isn't a slouch by any means.
Oh yeah, no, he can go in the ring.
But some dude in a hoodie slipping him the brass knuckles.
Yeah. Well, I'm just blurring out my background. Did that work? Whatever. So I feel like I'm blurry and I'm trying to fix it.
You're good. You're good. Logan Paul gets the win via brass knucks, and then Samantha Irvin has to say he's the winner of the match. He went up to looked at her. Like, can you say it one more time? She's like, no.
Yeah, I saw that. She did not want to say it one more time.
It also didn't help that her dress was the same color as his ring gear.
Yeah. well, yeah, and it's a good match. I mean, Logan Paul, like I said, I have no complaints about his matches. So, I mean, he does really good.
And that's my first time, I think, ever seeing a 6:30 miss.
Yeah. Yeah, I did see that.
That looked like it really hurt.
Yeah, the matches I missed, I caught like highlights of on TikTok when I was scrolling through. That was one of them. So the second match, I did see Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
Solid match.
Yes.
The only one that really got obliterated was Brock Lesnar's shorts.
Yeah.
He did not survive the match, but a great match, and they did great work. But are we ever going to know why he attacked him to begin with? Because he shakes his hand and like praises him, and it's like, you hated him so bad to have a trilogy of matches just to be like, all right, he's cool now. Like, what?
I have a couple of scenarios, shall we say.
All right.
Scenario one is because he's Brock Lesnar. You gonna tell him what he can or cannot do? Sure. Oh, I'm just gonna beat down Cody Rhodes because I feel like it.
Yeah.
Scenario number two. We're coming off of Cody Rhodes lost to Roman Reigns at Mania, and he's trying to find or get another match. And Brock Lesnar just happens to come into the picture, and he's fought Roman Reigns a few times. Maybe that's his way of saying, "Hey, I like you, but you're not ready. I'm gonna toughen you up until you're ready." Right. And that handshake at the end could be, "Okay, you're ready now. It's on you, kid."
It's on you. Well, yeah. I mean, I could see that. I just wish they could have explained that. Like, okay, I don't think he's ready yet, so let me toughen him up. I mean, and they could have easily explained that. He could have said, "I faced Roman Reigns so many times. I've dominated him."
And then, the handshake, like, at the end of the handshake, he points at him.
I get it, but...
You're the man now, dog.
And then where does Brock go from here now? Attack someone else and have a trilogy of matches, or what?
We'll see. We'll see where it goes. I think I read he's scheduled to be at Payback.
Yeah, so we'll see. He's been putting in a lot more work the last year or so than previous years. So he just wants to do good things for the company, I guess, and have good matches, and I'm here for it. But
maybe by then he'll have shorts that won't rip.
Yeah, right. So then we go on to the Battle Royal.
Mm-hmm. Was it a surprise?
Well, I'm glad that they had him go over, because if they didn't, I have no idea what they're trying to accomplish here. But what did he win, by the way? A Slim Jim, or what did he win? It wasn't for a title shot or anything.
For a momentum starter, maybe.
I mean, he's had it.
There's has he really though? I mean, he lost. He lost that Intercontinental title tournament.
Should have won it.
Yeah, well, but I don't know. It wasn't any surprise he was going to win.
Yeah, so hopefully it does something, and it gives him, something to start chasing after now. And
then Omos coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, right. Now I want to go to the match because I watched from this point on. This match seemed to really deflate the crowd to the point where they didn't really come back. And it was the MMA rules match. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. I mean, yeah, it's all right. Like, there was who was it? Baszler, she kicked Rousey's, she had a kick, and then Rousey had a knee strike, and then after that, like, what else? For me, anyway.
Whoever can put their hold on and get the person not to escape it.
Yeah, pretty much. So
I mean, like, you market it as an MMA rules fight within the confines of a wrestling ring. So you got MMA, like, practically you're selling choreographed MMA.
Yeah.
And that it's like it's like opposites.
Yeah, it wasn't. If it was me, I would have just told them, "Hey, go out. Shane is gonna win, and I want you to just fight, do some MMA. So if you both got experience in it, go out there and tear it down. Really hit each other. Do what you got to do."
Or this. So back, what was it, 97, 98? Ken Shamrock. They had the Lions Den match
against Steve Blackman.
Yeah, the Lions Den match against two legit fighters, and they made that work. That wasn't horrible.
Yeah,
They could have done something like that, gimmicky like that.
that's going to bring me to the main event in a little bit too, because I'm telling you, I got feelings. They're a little hurt today. They're a little hurt. We're gonna get into it though. But Gunther versus Drew McIntyre.
Man.
Now, good match, but
Yeah.
after the war with Sheamus at WrestleMania, for me, it's like not as good as that, because that was like crazy, but still good. They put on a clinic. They do their work. So
I got a couple comments about this match. So Drew McIntyre hit a power bomb. It looked more devastating than the power bomb that Gunther used to win the match.
yeah,
All right, another thing. I'm kind of sick of Drew McIntyre doing the countdown for when he does the Claymore, because you're basically telling your opponent, "Oh, in 3 seconds, I'm going to kick you in the face."
Yeah.
And every time he did that, Gunther dodged it, and the one that connected, he didn't count down. Go figure.
Right. Yeah. No, there's a couple of things like Drew McIntyre's sword. I've had it with the sword. I have had it with this sword. Like, you are not a knight on your way to war. Like, get the hell out of here.
Well, he can do it back when they were in the Thunderdome and just stick it into the floor, and that activates your pyro.
Now, if that were the case, that'd be cool. But even then, I'm still kind of over that damn sword. I had it with his sword.
Okay, so I forgot when, but there is a part of the match where the camera was zoomed in on Gunther's face, and you see a fly land on his nose.
Oh gosh,
I don't know. That was hilarious to me. All right, so we're still on Gunther. So we haven't been here in a couple weeks. I do have to mention about a Raw that happened when Ludwig Kaiser faced off against Drew McIntyre.
Oh,
and I have to just mention Corey Graves, how he did the commentary to that match in Ludwig Kaiser's voice. I thought that was the most entertaining thing ever.
Yeah.
He was spot on.
Yeah, no, I remember that. That was good. Yeah, we haven't been here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And then we're missing one today. It's like we're dropping like flies. Flies on the TV on Gunther's nose. But sixth match of the night, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I love Seth Rollins. I thought that Balor should have won. Mm-hmm. And then him and Priest have that awkward story of like, okay, is he going to diss me? What's he going to do? Is he going to cash in on me? But no, they went with Rollins retaining, and I can't really blame him though. He's over, and adding prestige to the title.
Yes, they have to build that title's prestige for sure. I'm not sure. I don't like how it ended with Priest looking like a baby face.
Yeah.
And
because he was like going on the apron to try to distract the referee or something like that. And
and then he's just looking at Finn like, what's up?
Yeah.
And then Finn just stares at him. I think it should have been opposite, where Priest looked like the full blown heel, and you see glimpses of face coming out of Finn Balor.
Right.
But it was a good match. Can't remember the last time Finn missed so many coup de graces, but
yeah, it was a few, at least 2 or 3, right? 3.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
And then Seth Rollins coming to the ring with his 16 SummerSlam gear.
Yeah.
Thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, no, we'll see. I mean, Priest and Balor have issues. So
yeah.
We'll see how they get to that. And then what was next? Asuka versus Bianca versus Charlotte.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on this?
I thought for sure Asuka was going to retain, but how the match played out, so Bianca Belair gets the win, and being heavily injured, she did that 450 to break up the figure eight. As far as women's wrestling is concerned, I enjoyed that match. It was pretty physical. Um,
Yeah,
but as soon as Bianca, started getting injured, I'm like, I don't know, could it be? Could it be? And then as soon as Io Sky's music hit, I I was watching in bed. I freaking just jumped around like a little girl. I'm like, oh my god, just gonna cash it in.
yeah. And didn't Bailey helped her, right? Like
Yeah,
she took out Asuka and Flair.
yeah,
She missed Belair,
yeah,
but
and then
Io hit her.
Sky, yeah, and then hit her over the moonsault, which is picture perfect, by the way.
Yeah,
And
it was good.
wins the title, and I'm like, yes. And then Corey Graves then mentions, oh, the cash-ins for the women is still 100%.
Oh yeah, that's a fun little tidbit there.
And then they celebrate in the ring, and we get the Dakota Kai sighting.
Yeah,
She comes out to celebrate with her stablemates. Still on the injured list,
yeah,
but it's good to see her with her black hair.
yeah. So, you know what's next.
Yeah, I do know what's next.
All right, get close. Get closer. Get so close right now. I am so disappointed. Because what do I say every week?
Jay Uso.
What do I say every week?
Jay Uso.
What do I say every week? Bro, okay. Tribal Combat.
Yeah.
It was a no DQ match.
Mm-hmm.
Why weren't the elders out there? They should have been. That would have added to it. To put the lay on the winner.
Ulafala or Ulakala.
Why weren't they out there? Because the elders approved it. Shouldn't they be there for Tribal Combat? Whatever. I thought that would be a nice touch. I thought it would have been cool. I thought it would have been something different, right? But it's the same thing when they do like the Belfast brawls and all this. It's just a no DQ match. You're building up something like this Tribal Combat now. Well, what does that mean? Have like the ring ropes off or something. Have it like a jungle match or something. I have no idea. But do something different, right? So
Punjabi prison match.
Yeah. I knew when Solo got involved and he's dragging Jay back to the ring. I'm like, this ain't the end. Like, something for sure is coming. For sure. Was my hopes up that The Rock was going to come? Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. Was my hopes up that something else crazy would happen? Like Sami Zayn coming to help Jey Uso or something? He wasn't doing nothing on this card. So, okay. Jey Uso hits the splash. And you think, okay, this might be it. And then when I see him get pulled, I'm like, is that Paul Heyman? He ain't that strong to pull Jey Uso out of the ring. And then you see the Man in Black. And then at first, I was a little confused. I'm like, who is that? I don't know who that is. And then when he pulls it down and it's Jimmy, I'm like, what sense does this make? I knew we were going to get, what did I say like 4 weeks ago? We're going to get a 4-way match. The Bloodline Civil War. I'm promising it's going to happen. What sense did it make to do it in this situation?
None
He's
whatsoever.
literally out there splashing Solo through the table to get revenge for you.
Yeah, how you got splashed and destroyed your ribs.
I can't handle that. Didn't make no sense. I was like, why? I have talked so highly about this that this is the first hiccup this story's had for me. This is the first like where I'm like, I get it. And I know Jimmy and Jay want to have a feud with each other because they think it'd be fun and like that's what they want to do. I mean, you've earned it. You've been one of the best tag teams in WWE for how long? Sure.
The best.
Yeah. Give them what they want, but you could have built this up. I would have had Jimmy or Jay win the title. And then I would have had Jimmy come back and say, you were supposed to have revenge for me. and now you just care about doing this. Then the tribal chief and undisputed championship is back on the line at Survivor Series. Roman wins it again. That's what I would have done.
I disagree with you. Okay, so I can come up with a scenario that makes sense. With it's simple. Jimmy he's been the first. He's been number one in the Twins his whole entire life. Jay is starting to get shine, and he's jealous. Straight up, he's jealous.
But he's getting revenge for you. He wouldn't even be in the situation if you didn't act like a fool and get yourself hurt.
True, but if I'm accustomed to being first at everything, wouldn't I want to be first to get the tribal chief crown?
But okay, I get it. But no, because he said Jay only said it's tribal combat now because of all the things you've done. Not because he wanted it, but he said you are out of control. We have to put a stop to this. You're hurting my brother. It has to be tribal combat.
But it's also in his merch. It's his new shirt says the real chief.
We'll see what happens. But I'm telling you, not Payback, but Survivor Series is going to be the 4-way.
Okay, I get that, but I don't think Jay was the one to dethrone Roman. It's Cody. Cody's the one that's going to dethrone him. So we're gonna wait till Mania for Roman to actually lose in a singles match.
And when I say disgusting, I love Cody Rhodes, and I want him. I'm a mark for Cody.
Yeah,
but to be fair, it isn't his to win.
It is.
He made this story for himself. The Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns started before he came back.
Yeah.
That's Jay's story to finish. It started before Cody even got to WWE.
No, this is where I disagree. Cody's story started in 2016 when he left and when he got released of his contract and made that list of independent wrestlers that he wants to wrestle, and then just went in all the different independent promotions and just wrestled his ass off. And then him and the Bucks start a company. That superseded anything because Cody Cody was Stardust.
Really, him coming back to win a championship, a major championship, feed it to Seth, give it to Seth Rollins. Have Seth retain till WrestleMania and have Cody beat him.
But
that would make more sense because they have history.
Yeah, but it's Roman's WWE championship. All right, here's another point. Who has a documentary made on them and who doesn't?
Who's going to?
Jay is not going to have a documentary made on. It's Cody is the man to dethrone Roman Reigns. He's the man. He's brought up. Vince McMahon flew to his house and said, "Hey, we need to sign you because we need someone to beat Roman Reigns. You're the man."
And it didn't happen.
And it will happen.
All right.
In Philadelphia.
This turned
WrestleMania.
This turned into First Take. Stephen A. Smith versus whoever.
Except all the big words. Oh, I know some of those words.
Yeah. Don't make me get close. All right, that was it for SummerSlam. What do you rate the event overall?
Oh man. I mean, the important matches they lived up. I give it a 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? Riddle me this, Batman. I'm going to tell you that I would give it an 8. And the one thing that I'm most excited for is the reason I got to give it a 7.5.
Okay.
I can't give it 8. I'm so disappointed.
Okay.
Nothing really.
All right. I'll agree with you on a 7.5.
I feel like Dave Portnoy Portnoy on
Yeah.
Bars. I always mess up his name, and I've watched him like hundreds of times. But I feel like him when he rates the pizza, I'm like,
Yeah.
main event was a little soft, a little floppy. I had 7.5, 7.5. One match, everybody knows the rules. But shout out to Barstool Sports. But anyway, top 5 factions.
Ooh.
I hit you with this right when we started recording, so I hope you're prepared.
As prepared as I can be.
All right, you go first.
This faction changed the game. When wrestling was at its all-time low, no, it's not them. Wrestling, no, yeah. When wrestling was at its all-time low, this faction single-handedly flipped wrestling. It just sent it to a whole new stratosphere. I'm going the NWO. I mean, we were at the Wisconsin State Fair yesterday. I saw at least 8 NWO shirts.
All black and white, no red and black.
There was one where it had like the split down the middle, but it's mostly black and white.
That music hits though,
I saw a father and son, like a little boy. They had matching NWO shirts. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, I agree with that. I mean, they'd definitely be in one of my top 5 lists. I love the NWO, and I was me and you the same. We were WCW marks before we were WWF or WWE marks. So yeah, that definitely like I preferred NWO over DX at the time. That's just me. But yeah, no, I guess my number 1. I'm gonna go. I wrote a bunch down, and now I don't know who I have to eliminate, and that sucks. No, not doing that. It's too obvious. I got to go with my favorite.
Oh,
and so a lot of people disagree. I know the original 4 Horsemen are great. I know all that. My personal favorite is Dean Malenko,
yes,
Ric Flair, Chris Benoit, and Arn Anderson.
Brisk Crenois.
Yeah.
Yes,
I do like when Mongo McMichael was in there too, though.
No. He was. I think it was him.
It was Malenko,
Benoit, Mongo, and Flair.
Or Arn Anderson.
Arn Anderson was James Dillon was the commissioner at the time, so it was Arn Anderson being the manager.
Oh, okay. I swear he was in there.
Oh, yes, the manager. He's the one that put them back together.
Copy that. Well, that's my favorite version.
Yeah, no, same here. I mean, I wasn't watching wrestling when the other iterations were around, so this is the only that I experienced as it happened. But it would have to be. I mean, Dean Malenko and Chris Benoit, 2 of my favorites. Anyway, so
the man of 1,000 holds.
Yes, and
he's not as good as the man of 1,004 holds, but
arm bar,
lariat. All right, number 2 for you.
Number 2. You know what? Just due to the amount of world championships coming out of these 4 men.
Are you doing it? You're going to take it?
Evolution.
Damn it. Yeah, Evolution's great.
I mean, it was formed to get over Randy and Batista, with Triple H even saying Randy is the coal that's going to be squeezed into the next diamond, and then he became Randy Orton. He became the diamond.
Yeah, I like it. I like Evolution. I'm gonna go with. I'm trying to figure out the ones you're not gonna take. But before you take it, I'm gonna go with Sierra Hotel Echo Lima Delta Shield. I missed that.
Damn it. India.
But they were amazing together. Like you just knew when that music hits that dun dun dun, dun, and then they're walking through the crowd. Someone's getting effed up.
Mm-hmm.
Triple power bomb. Moxley's like the wild loose cannon. Rollins is the technician. Reigns is the monster. Like,
feel like they needed a fourth member.
who would you have picked?
Well, seeing as they were comprised of NXT people at the time, I would have put in Cassius Ohno or Chris Hero,
I wouldn't mind that.
which was, I mean, the Shield was formed to be CM Punk's henchman, and the guy he would have chosen was Chris Hero, but WWE went with their choice, their pretty guy Roman Reigns.
Full of suffering, succotash, son.
That's a good one.
Yeah, the Shield.
3. Oh dear. All right, so when I say NWO, I meant like as a whole. So
Right.
Wolfpack, whatever. In TNA, the band, whatever iterations, or like Japan, NWO.
The main
As
mafia.
as a whole. How did you know? No, man, this is a tough one. I would have to go with.
I need to start playing that Jeopardy music.
The wrap it up box.
All
right, so you went with a 3-man stable. I'll follow suit. The New Day.
That's a good pick. Longevity and
yeah, I mean they all say they're never gonna like break up. And Woods is the only one that needs to have a world title, and still working on it. I mean, they're all injured right now.
They're all injured, which is sad. And hopefully, I'm reading reports Big E may not even come back. But as long as he's healthy, it's all that matters in this world. So, but yeah, that's a solid pick. Before you take it, because I got a couple you're not going to take.
Okay. Oh, the bloodline.
Purely because of minus last night storytelling. I mean, just get so close right now. Get close. I'm going to use that because I found the remote for my camera, and now I just want to keep pressing that button. No, I love the bloodline, the stories, the players involved. It's a family. They have such a love for each other that Roman has no issue letting Jay pin him in that tag team match. Everything they do is just so believable because they've grown up together. They know what each other's going to do or say. So, I mean, and then you got the greatest world champion of the modern day era right now. So, got to go bloodline. We the ones.
All right, my next choice. I'm going with another 3-man faction. I'm gonna go.
Don't do it.
No, you're. It's not, I don't think you're choosing this one. I'm going with Legacy.
Ooh.
So we have all second or third, just multi-generational superstars, and you got Randy at the helm. So you got Randy, Cody, Ted DiBiase Jr. I mean, what better way for the young ones to learn under Randy, who learned from the best?
True.
And I mean, they did try to have like other members. They had Manu for a short while. They had Sim Snuka for a short time. And if you asked Randy in an interview, he said, "Oh, I want Joe Hennig to come join us."
Yeah. All multi-generational superstars.
Yeah, every wrestling in their blood, it's all of them. And they did their job in making Randy Orton world champion.
Yeah,
and then they had that Legacy triple threat, and if I remember that was Mania in Arizona. That I feel like that delivered.
Wasn't it the night after Mania or the pay per
No,
view
no,
after Mania?
no, it was Mania.
It was Mania. Okay.
I do remember Randy Orton posing with that little thing that came down in the ring.
Yeah. No, yeah, I remember that. That's a good pick. Legacy. I didn't write that down. I completely forgot about that. A part of me wants to pick Nexus, but I'm not going to do it.
Oh.
So I guess it's an honorable mention now.
Spoiler alert.
I'm going to go the Hart Foundation.
Okay.
With Bret Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart and British Bulldog.
Okay.
And I think Brian Pillman was there.
So we're doing the New Hart Foundation?
Yeah, because the only one's just two guys. It's a tag team.
Yeah.
Got to do a faction. I like them.
Okay.
They're burning the American flag all over the place. That's crazy.
Bret Hart, if you look at the map of the United States, it looks like a toilet.
Yeah, looks like a toilet. And then Shawn Michaels puts the Canadian flag in his nose. Yeah. Got to go Hart Foundation. I love Bret Hart. I love Jim Neidhart. They're one of my favorite tag teams growing up.
Okay.
Got to, in the faction, I love that. I love them. So, going to go Hart Foundation. What number was that? 3?
I don't know. All right, so I had NWO. Yeah. New Day. You had Shield.
I had 4 Horsemen, Shield, Bloodline. That's number 4 for me.
That's number 4. Okay,
so this is your 5th one.
Yeah. Well, spoiler alert. You spoiled it. The Nexus.
Yeah.
So what better way to introduce the WWE Universe to a faction of 7 or 8 newcomers from your developmental system and just have them thrust in the main event scene with John Cena?
Yeah.
I thought that was brilliantly done. And then, what happens? Only one guy to really come out of it, Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. The one that got fired.
Yeah, the one that got fired day 1.
They're like, go out there and do crazy stuff. And then he chokes and like, all right, we got to let you go. That was kind of crazy.
We wanted you crazy, not choke people with ties.
Yeah, WWE is so funny. He chokes him with a tie. The dude's fine. No, we don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Can you feed Al Snow his dog? What? And by the way, Mae Young has a hand.
Yeah.
Oh, he choked him with a tie? This has gone too far.
Oh, Road Dogg is hitting his finisher on Billy Gunn, but he's doggy styling him.
Yeah, it's wild, isn't it? So that's a good pick. I'm gonna throw this out there because for my 5th, just because of how big it was, and a lot of stories came out of it, we're gonna go TNA. We're gonna go the Bullet Club.
Oh, what?
Bullet Club.
Bullet Club?
Bully Ray was their president. Or that's Aces and Eights.
Oh, dude. Okay, now.
My bad. Aces and Eights.
Aces and Eights. Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, that
Bully Ray was never part of the Bullet Club.
As the president. I told you he's good. Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. Yes, Aces and Eights. Anyway.
So everyone because of them, everybody wanted to be bikers.
Yeah. And Bully Ray is the champion. Bully Ray deserved to be a top guy.
Oh, no. That group single-handedly pushed them to be a single star.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And then you have Hulk Hogan that gave a little rub to him. There's so many players that were involved in that time. So
Mr. Anderson.
Hold on. Can I do it?
Anderson.
Yeah. And then he looks at him. That's when he turned on him, right? I'm facing you for the title. You're facing Mister. And he's screaming in his face. But no, that's good. Yeah, top 5 factions is a good one. So we got
I have an honorable mention.
Okay.
You mentioned it, Bullet Club.
Yeah.
I didn't want to just put Bullet Club into my list. That would have been a cop out. Maybe I should have.
Maybe you should have.
But I don't know. All right, so Bullet Club is still around, and they're just it's just an ongoing. I feel like it's a never ending. When somebody wants to leave New Japan, they'll give them the send out, but then find their replacement. They did it a few times. So when Prince Devitt wanted to leave and become Finn Balor, they replaced him with AJ. When AJ wanted to become phenomenal in WWE, they replaced him with Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Adam Cole wanted to come, they replaced him. Never-ending cycle.
Which, by the way, off topic, and we'll get to it later. We don't have time to talk now, but Adam Cole and MJF is doing some things. It's pretty interesting.
They're better than you, baby.
Yeah. Well, now they might hate each other, baby, because I think that they're going to feud. But yeah, no, we'll get into that later. We got to start covering AEW a little bit more.
Yeah, it's starting to get some steam.
Especially since Summerslam, one of the top 4 pay-per-views of the year for WWE, they were like 59,000 people.
Yeah.
And AEW probably would have done like 65,000 or more. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm tired of looking down now. I can look at people. So that's it for this week. We'll be looking at another top 5 next week. Maybe we'll find Alexis. If not, we'll just change from the black and white NWO to the Wolf Pack, and we'll find someone else. So, no. Love you too, Alexis. So, make sure to check out the links to all our pages. We got big announcements coming up. Can't get into it yet.
Big announcements. Big.
We're getting bucked. So,
are we?
Anyway, well, I have no idea. We'll find out. But I want to make the Harold and Kumar reference so bad. So question 1: how does it feel to be a pig? Anyway, big announcements coming. I think I'm doing the Gym Mint 10 podcast with Scotty and Josh. 2 guys and a mic. Make sure you check them out. Doing big things, and that's it for us here. So if you like top 5 factions, drop yours in the comments below.
Yep.
And what were you going to say?
Oh, just does the announcements include a new podcast?
So I'm going to do the Ted DiBiase gif where he's like, there will be another podcast. We'll announce it maybe in the Gym Mint 10 one tonight. Maybe he'll announce it. We'll see. There's so much stuff going on. There's so many of us. Anyway, check us out.
Like the NWO.
Yeah, adding new members every week.
Yeah.
Just people just want to be there. But yeah, check us out. Follow us on the Facebook page, the Instagram page, TikTok page. We're everywhere. We're like American Express. We're everywhere you want us to be. So,
Gym Mint 10 Sports, all across the board.
Hell yeah. So, Matthew, we will see you next week. And then everyone have a good week.